night is the one true side of hunting left yet to be explored. And as far as I'm concerned, there's no right or wrong way to hunt at night. All we did is take the funnest sport on the planet, and we did it our way. We are all complete addicts. And if anybody tried to come and tell us we had to stop, good luck with that. The older I get, the more I realize hunting at night is one of those games I'll just never master. There's a few out there that may think they've got them all figured out, but trust me, they'd be lying if they said they kill them every time. There's always someone out there that can show you a thing or two, if you can simply be open-minded enough to listen. We took the time to listen to someone last year that has ultimately changed the way we hunt at night. His name is Tyler Adair, and he is the guy to talk to for someone looking to get into thermal or night vision equipment.
Okay, we've got our checklist for the evening is the thermal scanner ×2, one attached to the light rig, thermal weapon sight on the bolt gun with another camera attached to that, so we can give all you lucky people watching this show a little peek into what Mr. Robinson does.
Before Tyler ever came along, I thought I could do all I ever wanted with just a light. But nowadays, anytime we go on a hunt without thermal, I literally feel naked without it. Just the number of coyotes we see going in and out of places with thermal, undetected, has without question put more fur in the back of our truck.
We just now got here. Driving into this stand, Tyler was running the thermal and caught 2 coyotes. We got 2 coyotes probably less than 150 yards over the hill right over here, so we're gonna give them a go and see if we can get them to take a look. Right here we go.
The 2 coyotes we picked up were nowhere near where we had intended on making a call. But like they say, a bird in hand is way better than 2 in a bush any day. And we weren't about to pass up 2 candidates that could possibly play our game. This one stand is the perfect example of why thermal is such a powerful tool. It simply creates opportunities that would have likely been passed right on by without it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You'll never kill a coyote where he ain't. And if you can detect one from over a mile away without him having the slightest clue he's being looked at, any way you slice it, that's an advantage. It's no guarantee you'll kill him, but knowing where he's at will help a smart night hunter approach him in a way to give his or herself the best odds of closing the deal. If nothing else, it beats the heck out of driving or walking in right on top of them and bumping them out of the country. Good luck killing that coyote.
Heck yeah. That's the way you start out a hunt right there, son. I don't know what in the world was hanging that sucker up. Good shot, Tyler. I want to see what that thermal footage looks like.
Boy, it sure is nice. You come out on the first stand, heck, in the first minute, you coyote hauling right towards you. But that's the start of a very good hunt. If every stand was like that, we'd be in business.
I'm with Ultimate Night Vision owner and thermal expert Tyler Adair on a hunt looking for coyote number 2, and it appears we've picked the right place. Tyler picked this coyote up with his patrol unit way before I ever saw him. The way I see it, the sooner you know one is headed your way, the better your odds are of being prepared to get him killed.
Hey.
Number 2 of the evening, another first-year coyote. 2 out of 2 ain't bad. This one's doing the Michael Jordan.
This night was quickly turning into one of those nights a guy could literally fill the back of the truck with coyotes. And quite honestly, by the next morning after we watched the sun come up, I could barely remember one coyote from the other. It was one coyote after another, and it never let up the entire night. We were taking care of business on almost every stand. And to top it all off, we ended the night with a triple where each coyote was less than 20 yards from the rig, even after Tyler decided to fire a warning shot at one of them. Let's just say he didn't win an intelligence award.
Whoa, whoa, hey.
Because he stayed there forever until Tyler could take another swing.
All 3 of them definitely first-year dogs. Not the brightest crayons in the box. It just goes to show that you cannot predict a coyote all the time. You can try to pattern them, you can try to predict them, but there's no way in a million years I would have predicted these 3 coyotes would have done what they did. First one shows up, I whiz one past his head. He doesn't move a muscle. Put the second one in him. Second one shows up, comes into 15, 20 yards maybe. Smoked him. Third one shows up, sees the first one dead on the ground, stops, comes over, sniffs him, and then thinks, oh, I don't know what he was thinking, but it looked to be something like, I better get out of here.
This was a thermal hunt I'll likely never forget, and proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that thermal has a place on every hunt whether you kill with it or not. As for the night crew, we prefer killing with lights, but still have a specific use for thermal on every stand for detection and tracking. We've been asked a time or two, what's the point of using thermal if you're going to use a light also? I even recently had a world champion predator hunter tell me he disagrees with using a light with thermal, which is fine considering everyone is entitled to their own opinion. What's the point of running thermal if you're just going to spook them all with a light, he said. I kind of laughed and thought to myself, well, there's your problem. He doesn't understand lights at all, nor their effectiveness to getting animals into much closer ranges than with just thermal. I believe the first thing I asked him was, have you ever killed a coyote at night under 10 yards from a 3/4 ton truck in a high rack with 4 guys in it?
We got one way out there.
And after a brief moment of silence and a confused look on his face, he says, well, no. And I said, exactly. That's why we still use lights.
Here he comes. That was sweet.
Yes, it
Came in
was.
from almost a mile away. He almost hit our scent cone a couple times, but he just, for some reason, kept going back to
For
the
some reason,
right.
he got back down in that draw.
Yeah,
And he finally worked his way in. He just couldn't stand the lip squeaks there at the end.
yeah. Changing up the call got him close.
That was his downfall. You put a heck of a shot on him.
In the face. In the face!
Tyler shot this coyote in the face at 22 yards from a truck after being detected close to a mile away. Good luck to anyone trying to do that with just thermal. I find it's very easy for other hunters, even the most experienced ones, to disagree with a process they don't fully understand. And like I said before, until you've seen what we do firsthand, you'll never understand it. Of course, at the end of the day, everyone knows what opinions are like. It's just some smell a little different than others, including ours. What you're about to see is the perfect example visually of what we do and why lights are so important. There's 3 grown men in the back of a truck, plus one on the ground in front of it standing in the open with a tripod and thermal unit. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out you would never attempt calling a predator like this during the day in the bright sunlight. You would be a sitting duck just asking to get busted, right? Well, the same common sense applies to hunting at night also. Predators can see far better than a human ever thought about. If they can navigate through a pitch black creek bottom with no light, they can sure as heck see you, much less you, along with 3 hairy-legged guys standing in a high rack 12 feet off the ground in an open field. Lights are, in fact, the absolute best form of concealment a night hunter could ask for when dealing with uneducated animals that have already responded to a call. The best advice we can give a night hunter using a light is never spotlight an animal before calling to him first, if you intend to have that animal come to your call and get close under that light. Your odds go up tenfold of getting an animal in close by triggering that predator's natural instinct to go to food before you ever hit them with a light. That instinct they're all born with will almost always supersede what danger they may perceive when hit with a light. as long as they haven't been previously educated by a light and already see it as danger. It never ceases to amaze me how all the naysayers always come out of the woodwork the moment they see someone do something in a way they've likely never even tried before and obviously know very little about. There is, in fact, no right or wrong way to hunt at night. Do it the way it suits your needs and desires the best. Don't ever let anyone tell you you're going about it the wrong way because you're not doing it the way they've always done it. The way you get it done is your decision to make based off your own personal experiences, not some keyboard warrior on an internet predator forum who likely hasn't killed 10 coyotes at night his entire life. After all, if we had listened to that guy, I wouldn't be sitting here sharing our experiences with you today. If it were up to him, he would have you trapped in that little box from 1960.
That was sweet.
Yes, it
Came in
was.
from almost a mile away. Yeah, it is incredible technology, especially when this cat got in the tree line over here, that thick brush. Lost him in the daytime camera, had him the entire time in the thermal. Cannot hide from
You
thermal.
can hide with thermal.
I'd go as far to say that's some of the best thermal footage I've seen of a bobcat.
This is the greatest sport on the planet. We just created a way to experience it in a manner that suits our needs best. And if you're one of the handful of guys out there that just still doesn't like it, the best thing I can tell you is we really don't care.
My wife just told me she's making Frito pie. Woo-hoo!